There's some truth in the lies I've told.
Hey, it's Derek Everett. This is DeathPiles and Taxes, and this is episode 3. You believe we got this far, Adam?
I don't know if I can, but at least it says consistency.
Yeah, that's one thing. We'll at least show up to the job, right?
Well, it's kind of episode 4, but episode 1 we just did phantomly.
Hey, we had to practice.
We did have the pretend headsets, remember?
Yeah, I want those back.
I know.
For some reason, I was a lot more talkative with the fake headsets on.
You look better with those on.
That's right. I got a voice for podcasting or a face for it, one of the two.
I always said I had a face for radio.
How's your week been going?
You know, it's tax season. Things are just chugging away. It's funny. People are nature of, what do you call it?
Man, you've been working too hard.
Tell me about it.
It is tax season.
Creatures of habit.
Okay.
Creatures of habit. Everybody who comes in February, guess what?
They want their money and they want it now.
They're getting a refund.
You mean if you owe the IRS money, you're not booking the first appointment to get in here and talk to you?
You know, everybody's the same. People that get money back, February, people that owe, April, just the way it works.
I guess. I'm one of those people that's somewhere in the middle, not sure. I'm trying to break even. That's usually my goal with taxes.
Well, it's usually a good place, and I know people don't believe me, but it's a good thing to pay taxes. You know why?
Why's that?
Because it means you make money.
Hey, I like making money, and I don't like giving the government a free loan. So,
well, see, you get it. That's probably why you would do so well online, my friend.
I try to get it, and if I don't get it, I'll keep going until I do. But
hey, you keep trying. How about you? You sell anything good this week?
Oh, man, it's been a crazy week. Let me tell you about it.
Oh, boy, I haven't even heard about it, so...
Yeah, we haven't talked. Usually we talk throughout the week, but when we're both busy, man, it just doesn't really happen.
Ever since, you went away from your wife working those night shifts, because remember, I usually call you like 10:30 on my ride home?
Yeah, and I'd be up doing my eBay.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
No, my wife, thankfully, is not working the night shifts on... the weather we've been having. It's kind of nice, but yeah, she likes my time, and I like spending my time with her versus talking to you on the phone.
Hey now.
Nothing personal.
We don't even get that, so this is nice. We get our weekly wrap up. So, what the heck were you selling, my friend?
Well, part of it, man, I'll be honest with you, is I think, I need to call up Prumpy and tell him what's up. Then I'm like, no, I need to save it for the podcast, right?
Ooh.
So.
Oh, you're saying this is gold, huh?
I don't know if it's gold or not, but it definitely is content. And content is king.
Gary Vee says you always got to have content, man.
I don't know. Maybe it's not king, but it's definitely something.
After this podcast, man, we'll be up to almost about, what did we do, 3? We'll be close to 4 hours of content.
I tell you, there's somebody going on a car trip that just figured us out. Like, this is evergreen, so this could be like 6 months down the road, 2 years, whatever, right?
Evergreen.
Yeah, evergreen keeps going, doesn't die. It's there.
Okay.
I know you don't know all my fancy terminology, but they're going on a road trip, and they got the kids in the car, and they put us on, right?
That's true.
And they're like, okay. And they've just binged. They've listened to, this is episode 3. They've just listened to 3 episodes of us throughout the weeks, and they're thinking, oh, we're motivated now, or... these guys are morons. I'm not sure which.
and if you are either, please shoot us a tweet or something.
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to hear about it.
I mean, I'm guessing if you went through episode 1 to 3 and you didn't stop after episode 1, you probably like us.
That's a good thing. And
you'll get hooked. You just got, give us a chance. That's all I'm saying.
And Cousin Cole, we appreciate your feedback too, because that's probably all who's listening. Right?
Cousin Cole, brother-in-law Cole. We can get double Cole show.
Double Cole show. Your brother-in-law likes me.
He's a good guy. I like Cole.
All right.
Okay, so yesterday, did you drive here yesterday? Did you come to work?
I guess I came to work. Yeah, it was a weird day.
Yesterday was a weird day. So I get up pretty early for, the 9 to 5 that's not 9 to 5. I guess I'll call it the day job.
Okay.
It was supposed to snow. We knew it was going to be bad weather, but not how bad. The news usually freaks out and says, DEFCON 5. So this was hey, there might be a little snow in the morning.
You know what, I get into that. The best job in the world, weatherman.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because,
it doesn't matter.
They're wrong all the time.
They're wrong, and they're like, well, I was wrong there. Looks like we got some precipitation.
Yeah.
Or they're like, yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Or they get it right, and they're like, yeah, we told you.
How about the weather guy in Nevada, where I grew up? It's going to be hot as hell.
It looks like it's going to be 95, tomorrow 99. Looks like Perup's checking in at 101 on Thursday, going to cool down a little to 89 on Friday. Got your weekend plans here? Something like that?
You just push the record button. It's the same every day.
Maybe we should get a side job. Yeah, you just record 1 week, and then it's like July. You just go month by month, probably, right?
All right.
Anyway, so we're gonna go on tangents. That's what we do.
Okay.
So, the weatherman's like, well, we might have a little snow, but we've had some pretty decent snow this year, more than years past.
There's like some crazy vortex or something. That's what I've been hearing.
I don't know. El Nino, global warming. It all depends on what you believe in. You know, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm like, well, it's not going to be that bad. It's February. Like, we're getting close to spring. The last week we had some rain. Then it was like 50 degrees.
It's like 55.
So I'm like, okay, it might a skiff. So I got up probably 5:30ish. We can go out and figure.
Shovel?
Oh, I got the snowblower, man. I'm gonna wake up the neighbors. I have this theory: if I'm up, everyone's up.
It's a good theory.
Until I start doing stuff and people let me know, hey, we're not up.
Okay.
But so I was going to brush off the car. I didn't think we were going to snow blow.
Okay.
And so I get the car all brushed off, and we got 2-3 inches, something like that.
Okay.
Back her up. I'm gonna make a go of it because I gotta go to work. Right. This is the bad part about not being the full-time eBay guy that goes back and looks out and says, "Yeah, dog went out," and I'm gonna go to my eBay room or back to bed.
Okay.
So I get to the freeway. I'm spinning out coming on the freeway. My little Prius just wasn't built for this kind of stuff, right? I get good gas mileage, but it's not a snow goer.
He's not joking, too. He really does drive a Prius.
And so I'm going on the freeway, and I'm up before the plows.
Okay.
So there's a good chunk of snow. Freeway's not plowed.
I did get up early yesterday. I was on the freeways about 6:15.
Were the plows out by that time?
I was in my wife's vehicle because somebody backed into my truck.
Oh.
And I was getting it repaired, and I was the nice guy. I don't know why I didn't get a rental car. So I had to drive, anyways, back and forth. And the plows weren't out either. I was going like maybe 40.
Yeah, I was going like 25 to 30 at this point. And by that point, my boss texts me and says, hey, it's bad. He lives up in Sandy area, up north part of the state. We live in the central part of the state. I work usually it's about 30 minutes to work, right?
Okay.
So he's like, I'm not coming in.
Okay.
And if you don't want to come in, don't come in.
And you're probably already halfway there.
Well, by halfway, I should have been almost there if you're going time-wise. If that, you mean like 3 miles from my house. I should have been reading the text, but I was crawling along, so I got off at this next exit, pulled into the Walmart parking lot, and
you started eBaying, right?
I said a few prayers.
Okay.
And I took the back road home.
That was probably stupid, too.
Well, I figured neither one of them are really... I can go on the freeway, and it's not plowed, or I can go on the back road, and it's not plowed. If I slide off into the ditch, I'm off the freeway or I'm off the ditch, you know. So I did a little swerving, but I made her home. The wife wanted to know, hey, what are you doing back? And I said, oh, it's horrible. We're not going to work today. Luckily, she didn't have to go to work either. So I thought, perfect time. I'm going to enlist on eBay.
So you eBayed it up. But long story short, actually, that was really long.
No, this is long story. This is a podcast, man. This is long story longer.
Long story long.
Content.
It snowed.
It snowed bad.
You had to go home and eBay.
And I thought, this is why you should just stay home and eBay. In your pajamas, you let the dog go outside. He comes back in cold, and I think, get you some hot cider or whatever you're sipping on, and go make you some money on the eBay.
So what were you slinging yesterday on the eBays?
Oh, well, here's my problem. And the show is DeathPiles and taxes, right?
Please tell me you got to your Jerry Sloan death pile.
No, well, I'm picking at that.
That's a death pile I want to talk about.
That's a death pile we'll get to. Here's my problem. Now, I'm not a conspiracy guy on the eBay. I'm a conspiracy theory guy on most things in life. But I understand eBay is a business, and as a business, they got to turn a profit. They got what we call shareholders, right?
Okay.
So shareholders don't care what you do. They just want you to make money. So they're in it for profit, correct?
Sure.
Ever since this eBay app is updated right before Christmas, it was during fourth quarter. They've changed some things and they've whacked it all out. So my productivity rate has went from, I could probably in a day list between 20 to 40 things depending on what I was doing, hauling through it, right?
Okay.
If I was dedicated sitting there going. Yesterday, I might have got 10 items.
Are you sure it's not because you're just lazy?
I usually give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, but I thought, I'm not getting paid. Well, I got my paid time off or whatever. I'm missing a day's worth of work. I need to make a day's worth of money, right?
Okay.
So I was bringing out some old Nike shirts. I had some, I had some Doc Martens shoes. My wife had some running shoes that she didn't like that we decided we'd sell on eBay. Some other shirts, T-shirts, stuff like that.
Okay.
Which you can usually do pretty fast. But with this new app update and stuff, they've done some stuff with the photo uploading that takes it a lot longer. It's writing like descriptions for me that aren't necessarily accurate, so I'm going back through and having to double check, make sure it's not saying, hey, we're going to ship this overnight for free kind of stuff. So going back and forth, I'm hoping that's something that gets fixed or that there's a way to go back to previous generations of apps, but I got the iPhone. It's a whole thing. And so I was listing on eBay, but my productivity seemed low, and then it was snowing outside, and I don't know. I felt like I kind of wasted a day, but that's what I've been up to.
Well, isn't the old saying a bad day of eBaying's better than a good day at work?
I think that's fishing. Isn't that the fishing?
I don't know.
I saw this bumper sticker the other day on the. I drive around a lot, and it said, "I really love my wife," right? But then when you got closer above it, it says, I really love when, it was smaller, my wife, and underneath, lets me go fishing. Like, boy, I don't know. That tickled my fancy. But yeah, if you're the kind of guy that likes working by yourself or for yourself or at home or making your own money, eBay's definitely better than driving into work in a blizzard and or any other day, and yeah.
Well, it's funny because you talked about in our first episode, like, why you do it. It's like that addiction, which I get it. I mean, you buy something, you find it, you flip it, and you do right.
Yeah.
That, the key part is, what we've been talking about is your death pile. Let's be honest. Your death pile is your stack of inventory that you're either discouraged or you haven't done anything with, and you got to turn over inventory.
Oh, that's the thing. I think we talked about it. I don't remember if it was last week or the first week, but and soon I'll be saying in the archives episodes because I don't remember which episode number.
Oh, there you go.
But now we got 2 to go from. But yeah, if you're buying stuff and you're not listing it, you're just hoarding, right? You're just clogging up your house.
You're hoarding.
You're making your kids think, oh no, when Dad dies, I have to go through all this. I'm just gonna take a shovel and get a dumpster, and it's gone, right?
Yes.
So you gotta be turning over stuff. Generally, I get in moods of like, okay, I want to list shirts today, or I want to put hats up, or whatever, and then I just try to knock out that thing that's kind of interesting to me at the time.
I think one thing, not just with eBay, but I do people's taxes every day, and I see their income, and I've known them for years, and I'm able to look right there at their history, and I can see how much money they've made, they haven't made, just like you look on your little app, and that's obviously one thing that is if you don't have goals for what you're doing in your sales, it's never going to happen. Like, you're not going to say, I want to sell $1,000 of stuff this month unless you have a goal saying, I'm going to sell $1,000 this month.
Oh, yeah, if you think about it, it's a goal thing because if it's not listed, you can have the coolest thing around. I don't know what that is right now, but let's just look over here. You have some signed memorabilia, some footballs and stuff on the shelf over there.
Yeah.
That's cool, right? That might be worth, I don't know, a couple $100 depending on who signed it. But how many people are going to walk off the street, come in here, say, that's my favorite team, that's my favorite player, I'm going to give you $200 for that? Nobody.
Yeah.
But you put it out in front of millions of people, it's gonna sell. So.
And just like you said, I like what you said is, make some money at it. Like I said, really try and do it. You can make money at it, and it doesn't have to just be, Christmas time or unique gifts. If you set out some goals to do it, it'll happen.
Well, the thing with eBay that's kind of the mystery, I'm sure some of the listeners here, if you've been around for a while, probably heard this before, but If you're newer, maybe you haven't. For some reason, the more you list, the more you sell. Now, I don't know if that's just a mental thing or if it's something in the algorithm that we don't really hear about. eBay's kind of secretive with their search engine algorithm and what does what, but it seems the more you list, the more you work, the more you make, right? I don't know, maybe that's just life. But you can sit and have the coolest death pile of all sorts of awesome things. If it's not on the internet, it's not selling. And the second you start putting things on, the weird thing is, it's not necessarily the new things you put on. Things that might have been up there for 6 months or a year or whatever start pinging and going off. So I don't really know what's going on there, but it seems to be proofs in the pudding. And I've heard that from a lot more people than just me.
Well, obviously, like you said, it's going to be true. The more you put out there, the more you're going to sell. But you know, even if you haven't gotten to that point yet, if you don't have a death pile that you're sitting on, or, you know, if you're looking to get into it, I mean, we just pulled up as I'm scavenging right now, or dumpster diving, you know, just pulled up. I mean, you got a bunk bed. Like, yeah, that might seem like a dumb item, but you pull that up and look at it, you go pick it up for free. You can turn around and sell it for, you know, 20, 30, 40 bucks.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm talking about eBay a lot, but we're more e-commerce, you know, or just selling, and you get it for free. You go put it on Craigslist for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever, right? You already have your pictures. It just takes your time and what you think it's worth, and, I mean, things sell. That's just the nature of things. Put on Facebook. I was actually going to talk about sourcing. A lot of people tell me, so I'll talk to friends, right? And they'll say, what do you do?
What friends?
Well, you know all three of us.
Oh, you mean your brother?
No, that would be family.
Oh, okay.
That would be friends and family.
I did talk to Little Evie the other day.
No, I got some questions for you.
Oh.
But we'll save that for...
Okay. Is that another segment?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if we can discuss financials over the air or what.
No,
FCC guidelines
that
or
was
what
a
we
flying job for him. We're open to find a flying job.
No, okay. Well, I talk to people. I'll put it this way, like acquaintances.
Oh, I like that.
Acquaintances. And they give me this excuse. Last week we were kind of talking about no excuses. This week, I wanted to bring some of this up. I'm from a small town, right? You're from a small town in the middle of Nevada.
That's right.
And we'll get into that someday. I'm sure the people just can't wait to hear what growing up in Pahrump, Nevada is like.
That's right. It's a great place to be from.
From?
From.
It's great stories to tell.
Yes, it does.
But my acquaintance, because I can't say friend, I'd say his name right now, but... Oh, no, I already let it go. That's a he.
He.
There's three of us.
Pelican?
I talked to Pelican the other day. Shout out to Pelican.
Are we talking about Painter?
Oh, well, yeah, see, you know them all.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
There's all three of you. And you. And you're sitting here, so you know it wasn't you. Actually, Pelican tried to sell it on eBay, but that's going to be a whole other story.
He's lazy. He doesn't want to try.
I didn't say that.
I did.
He did try.
Well, yeah, he tried to give it the old college effort.
The old college. And he did pretty good at trying in college somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I get this thing. Hey, I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have anything near me. I can't go buy stuff because I don't have a thrift store by me, right?
Okay.
Well, here's a story I want to tell you.
All right.
Well, first off, I'm going to ask you if you've ever heard of these things. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, and then I'll tell you my story.
Okay.
You've heard of a site called eBay, right?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Poshmark? You ever heard of Poshmark?
I have heard of Poshmark.
Facebook?
Yeah, familiar with Facebook.
Instagram?
Instant? Is it Insta or Instant?
I don't know. I just joined it.
Oh, okay. Is it
I have an Instant Pot. I think I have an Instagram.
I like instant rice.
Insta. You know, rice-a-roni's the San Francisco treat.
I just bought some the other day because I love that rice-a-roni.
I took the factory tour when we went to San Francisco once. Can't recommend it more.
Can't
recommend it more.
It was good.
Yeah, from the rice-a-roni treat, or San Francisco treat.
Okay, I'll put that on the list.
Ding, ding. If you actually go there and find the rice-a-roni factory, tell me about it, because I just made that up.
That was the story.
That was, I don't want these good people calling me out on things that you don't know is true or not.
You had me convinced I was going to go to the rice-a-roni.
Now you're going to go see your brother in San Francisco and be like, nah, Derek told me all about it, man. He said it was worth your time. And he's going to look at you like you've been smoking some of that hippie lettuce that they grow out there.
I had a good Colorado brownie.
Okay, so you've heard of Instagram?
Yes,
Instagram, right?
Instagram.
What about Macari?
You're going back to MacGyver? I know MacGyver.
No, we know MacGyver. Craigslist?
Craigslist, yes.
What about Let It Go and or Offer Up?
I've seen both of those. They got commercials on TV.
Okay, so you've heard of all these places.
Yes.
What about like local classified ads?
I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, you got some free stuff up there. I don't know. You take some of this stuff for free. I mean, it's not all treasure.
Free feminine hygiene products.
Why don't you call them up and just say, yeah, I'm looking at picking this up.
Should we call them live on their show?
Yeah, I think there's probably laws against that.
Okay.
So anyways, all these places are basically apps that you can get on your phone and or, search them on the internet. Why I bring them up is I buy stuff from here to resell on all those places. Somebody's sitting there saying, wait a minute, you're talking about selling on eBay. You buy stuff on eBay to resell on eBay all the time. I do. Facebook, like we're talking about right now. You can go on there.
Yeah, you got that Facebook classified.
Yeah, you got Marketplace.
Yeah, Marketplace.
There seems to be a lot more corporate type stuff on there right now.
Yeah.
But you scroll through it, you can still find stuff. I want to tell you about a T-shirt I found on. Yeah.
You know I love T-shirts.
It was on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you which T-shirt it was because I like having a little niche, and I don't need everyone selling this thing because I think there's more out there for me to find.
It's wrestling memorabilia.
I'll tell you one thing. If you tweet me at DRoy Everett and ask me what the T-shirt is, I will send you a screenshot of it, and I'll verify everything I'm about to tell you here. So I find a lot of shirts, right, from probably the 90s, mid-90s, and I'll go out, I'll say wrestling memorabilia. I'll even admit that much. And they want a couple $100 for them.
Okay.
This is a bag, probably 10, 15 shirts. But knowing what I know, I saw the diamond in the rough. I saw the gem.
Did you just say Diamond D. Page?
I saw it. Well, that's a whole. We need to get on the old DDPY, the yoga.
The yoga, yeah. You said diamond. That's what I.
Well, I found a diamond in the rough. I've sold the DDP shirt, but that's not this one.
Okay.
So I get them home. My wife thinks I'm crazy again because I paid how much for some T-shirts, right?
Okay.
I put this one up on the eBay machine. This is a little before Christmas. This is a couple months ago.
Okay.
And I put it up for $399.
One singular T-shirt.
One singular T-shirt.
One singular T-shirt you put up for $400.
And I get this. So first day I get this message from a guy.
Okay.
And he says, "Hey, I got the same T-shirt. I'll trade you straight up because I see yours is an extra large, mine's a large." Now, I'm not wearing this or needing this for myself, right? So I said, I'm interested because this is a rare shirt. How about I just buy yours straight up what you want for it?
Okay.
Oh, no. I'm keeping this shirt.
Okay.
And I said, well, what about some cash considerations? Because there's a lot more. The people are getting bigger in this world.
That's true, Steve.
So an extra large is worth throwing extra, $50, something. Let's make a deal.
So what you're saying is your amount of crazy guys who will buy this shirt exponentially gets larger the bigger the shirt size?
I'm just saying the bigger you get, the more expensive your clothes are.
Okay.
Talking from experience.
More cloth.
Yeah, more cloth, more yard. I don't know.
The big and tall.
More to cover.
Yes.
So this guy's, kind of going back and forth with me about this, and basically I say, you know what, contact me in a couple weeks, maybe we'll work something out, maybe not, but really we don't really got something going. So next guy contacts me and says, I can't believe you're asking this much for this shirt. It's definitely not worth this much. You're never going to get this much.
You know what bothers me more than anything?
What's that?
When somebody calls you and tells you that they're not going to pay a price for that.
Well, I'm like, obviously you're interested and you've been looking for this thing. And so I'm like, he's like, it's very well worn. And it was like brand new shape because this is a shirt that if you find, it's like a collector's item. It's going to go up in I don't know. They're just keeping it. They're not wearing it. Maybe you wear it once or twice a year. And so he's like sitting there, just downgrading it, telling me, what a horrible person I am, one, and how I won't ever get this price, but he'll do me a favor. Okay. He's going to do me, he'll give me $200.
Wow, thanks.
Just to take it off my hand. That's one of my shirts up there that you're scrolling by right there.
Which one?
Tammy right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Wow.
So how much am I asking for that one?
$500.
And I'm going to get it.
I bet you are.
But, so on this shirt, the guy's like, I'll give you $200, take it off your hands. I said, you know what, buddy? If it's this junky of a shirt, you don't want it. Tell you what, we'll just call it good. And you don't take this shirt, right? Oh, you're never going to sell it. You're an idiot. I can't believe you're trying to rip people off, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know if that's like a technique of somebody trying to like haggle you down.
Yes, it is.
But why are you trying to haggle me down by telling me my stuff's junk but you still want to buy it for half price?
All right, tell me, give me to the point. I'm losing.
Oh, you're scrolling over there. So
I'm looking at Rodzilla shirts, dude. Dennis Rodman shirts for $200.
Hey, I got you ever heard of a guy named Pac-Man Jones?
I've heard of Adam Jones.
I got a couple of his T-shirts from the pro wrestling world that I'm selling for.
You just like opened my eyes to this whole new like world of
there's
wrestling memorabilia T-shirts that are several hundreds of dollars.
There's a lot of money to be made out there, and that's why I'm saying you tweet at me, I'll tell you what it is. But right now, I'm not going to tell all these people to go out and buy it because I look all over for this stuff on all these apps I just told you about. So, anyways. Guy just straight up pays me the $4.99, $3.99. What did I tell you it was? $3.99.
$400.
And I ship it to him, and he's happy as can be.
So you sold a shirt that you found in a lot of shirts, and by lot I mean a bag.
A bag.
A trash bag.
Trash bag full that somebody was cleaning out their house or their room.
Okay, so
said I was really into this when I was a teenager. Wife wants me to get rid of whatever. I'll make you a deal.
So we're giving a hot tip here because this is one of D-Roy's.
This is a hot tip. I'm a little hesitant to put all this out because I've bought stuff from people states away and just have them ship me bags of these shirts.
You know what? If we got this many people listening to the podcast, I think we're going to be okay.
I think so.
Hot tip. So,
but here's the thing: you have to be able to know what you're looking for. Like you don't want something that just came out yesterday necessarily. You want something from the older the better, just like sports cards or anything.
So you bought a wrestling shirt in a bag for how much was the bag?
Probably a couple $100.
So you bought a bag with a bunch of shirts.
Here's the thing, too. I was trying to haggle. Here I get mad about the person haggling.
So hold on.
I was trying to haggle this guy a little bit, too.
Well, that's part of the game. It's the dance.
Except for one of the shirts sold, and he's like, well, I just sold this Stone Cold shirt, and I'll be there. I'm on my way. Hold it for me. I'll pay you. I'll pay you extra. Because I saw this one shirt that I knew was worth hundreds of dollars. So I knew I'd already made my money back.
So you're like, stop selling those bags. I am coming right now.
Exactly. Like, I'll pay you, more.
So you're saying you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, everybody knows, everyone's got a thing that they know about, right?
Yes.
Whether that's, grew up watching the NBA, certain sports team, maybe you're into interior decorating, maybe you restore vacuums, maybe you're a motorcycle guy, gearhead that knows parts of cars. Everyone knows something. And
you know more about wrestling than most human beings should.
I have won a national quiz on pro wrestling, 12 for 12.
Your parents are so proud.
Oh, they are right now.
Well, it's true.
Here's the other thing. So I'll be looking at things, and I'll take screenshots and send to my mom of, hey, this was my backpack in 4th grade. Hey, I had this toy that sold for $200 because she got rid of all my stuff, right? Like moms do. And I'm like, this was my wrestling crap that now is selling for $50, my backpack from 4th grade or whatever. So, yeah. But, it's the same with you. You were into sports growing up, right?
I do, and here's the funny part. This is what I always give you crap about.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if people know this. The WWE, it's a publicly traded stock.
That's right.
And I know that you have purchased this stock and sold this stock in the past because I do your taxes.
I sold a bunch of this stock. I should have held on about an extra couple of years, but I dabble back and forth. But I bought it at, I think it was $7 a share when I bought it.
Ouch! And it
was kind of low.
It's up to $83 right now.
And it was up to, it was almost the $100 mark a few months ago. So yeah.
So what we're saying is, these things on eBay, it's legit.
There's people out there, right?
Yeah, this is like a publicly traded company. It's just like Coca-Cola memorabilia. It's just like these other things. You can find things. There is a niche for everyone.
Oh, that's the thing. And the Super Bowl was just this week. You saw the commercials, right?
I didn't.
What?
I didn't watch them at all.
Wow.
Because
Well, that's the end of the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in to DeathPile and Taxes.
Whoa.
Well, the week that you don't watch the year that you didn't watch the Super Bowl ads.
Well, I watched the Super Bowl. There wasn't anything like that blew my skirt up.
Well, I was just going to say, you have the Pepsi commercials, you have the Budweiser stuff. People collect this kind of stuff, right? Okay.
I get what
That's where I was going, but now I'm flabbergasted. What were you?
I was on my computer working.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, let's be honest. You didn't have to watch the Super Bowl till the fourth quarter.
Oh, I mean, this year, it wasn't that great.
My kids came down. Dad, why is the score that low? I'm like,
well, that's the thing. The casual fans, we like a good defensive game or whatever, but my mom's sitting there because I have my family over and stuff, and this is boring. And I can't even argue. I'm like, yeah, it is.
You know the Super Bowl classic commercials. I mean, the Budweiser.
You have the horse. Remember the Larry Bird? Or was it Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan?
Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan.
I thought Larry Bird for some reason. Was he in some of them?
You're thinking the McDonald's commercials.
The horse ones, right? Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Back when it was a pure sport. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
I'm an old timer.
Yeah.
Back when they didn't have hand checks.
Oh, okay.
That's when it was a real game.
I like Chex Mix.
You could sell it.
You could sell it, I still know this is getting into the Skittles. I look everywhere I go. I look for Skittles.
You look for Skittles. Flavor. You gotta look for Skittles. Limited edition anything. You hold on to limited edition, candy. I guess anything. Sometimes it's overproduced stuff. They'll say limited edition, and it'll be some I don't know whatever. But candies that are limited edition, you just look on. Here's the thing. You know how to look up a price on eBay to see what something's worth?
I have no idea. I'm scrolling the eBays, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
I could put up there, this shirt's worth $400, and is it worth $400?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay, right?
That's absolutely true.
So if you're out there and you're saying, how do you know what your things are worth? Some of it, you just got to know. When I have a T-shirt that there's probably only a couple hundred in existence still around, I'm just going to shoot for the stars and hope that I hit something good.
Well, yeah, there's this vintage Billy Bart smoking guns up for $15,000.
Wow.
I don't
know if it's worth it or not. Oh, free shipping though.
Oh, yeah, free shipping.
The free shipping. I don't even do that half the time for people.
Here's a Shawn Michaels shirt for $1,300, and there's 11 people watching it right now.
Exactly. So what you're going to want to do is when you're listing things, when you're looking for a price of something, a lot of you probably know this, but you're going to search on the app. There's a completed listings that you can look for. And with that completed listings, it's going to tell you, hey, these Skittles are going for $9 a bag. Or they're not going at all, right?
I did not know that.
So that's kind of the 101 on trying to find something's value. Most people would say, if it's a common item, you're going to have, a handful of things you're going to want to find a price average, right? You might have a high, you might have a low. You're just going to want to take 4 or 5 different prices and do an average out, and that's going to give you your cost of what something is worth, so to say.
Yeah, because let's be honest, a lot of these items, and whether it is eBay, we're getting into, a lot of e-commerce, but eBay is where you kind of sell those unique items. Like you can't sell this, cool T-shirt on Amazon. It's a different market.
So coming back, you can, but a different market, of course. Coming back, I had you know who Kurt Angle is?
Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle.
I know Kurt Rambis. He's got those cool glasses.
Oh, man, this is an Olympic gold medalist.
No.
He won a gold medal with a broken frickin' neck.
A broken neck, huh? Is that like Rulon Gardner? I know him.
It's like that.
Didn't he die?
Rulon Gardner?
Pretty sure he got in an accident.
I think he lived. He's like...
plane accident?
You ever watched, those scary movies? Like Halloween and stuff?
Okay.
Rulon Gardner is like the real-life Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. Guy doesn't die. He gets in all these wrecks and stuff, but he keeps coming back. I'm telling you, he's still alive.
Okay.
Anyways, got me a Kurt Angle shirt in the bunch, right? So, same thing, put up on eBay. And somebody's going to tell me that, basically, this shirt's not worth what you're asking for it. I said, okay, well, that's your opinion, whatever, thanks. He tells me, no, it's for sale over on Depop for this price.
Depop? Never heard of that.
I've never heard Depop.
Okay.
So what do?
Just going back. Rulon Gardner is alive. I don't want to scare his mom or anything.
Rulon, if you're listening, I had your back.
He did. Somebody else did die. I'll have to find that out.
Oh, always somebody's dying.
All right. Anyways, Depop.
So he says it's over on Depop for, half price of what you're asking. So what do you think a guy like me does?
We're checking out what Depop is.
I say, what is Depop? I go over, download the app, and I get over there. Now, I can't see where he's telling me this is, but if it was there at that price, I was going to scoop it up.
And buy it?
I was going to buy it, and I was going to turn around and flip it on eBay for double the price, right?
Okay.
So I think the guy was just BSing me. And, at the end of the day, my shirt is still, I think I sold that shirt. I kind of have so many things going that I forget sometimes. But I just remember I get all these weirdos, and by weirdos I mean customers, ask me all sorts of questions. So
I think I've got my first eBay item.
What? Clue them in. Tell them what's up.
I told you, I had this game that's still in the wrapper, too.
Original box?
Original box.
Still sealed.
Still sealed up. And right now it's sitting in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably move it now that I can see how much it's worth. Jerry Seinfeld trivia board game.
Now, what are we looking at for something like that?
Well, right now, it looks like there's several of them on here. I don't know. Mine's in pristine condition.
Pristine.
So I guess
Clean one owner.
Clean one owner. I mean,
still sealed.
Looks like it's going for $40 to $75.
Yeah. Now I've told you the secret. Get you the app, search it, and look through your solds. Maybe we'll do that after this, and you can see what it's going for, right?
Oh, there you go, man.
I actually had the Office Clue game. I've had some Simpson Clue games or different things. A lot of times around Christmas and stuff, you'll get games from people that just don't know what else to get you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of those times they just sit around and they just collect dust. So every now and again I'll be going through things and see a board game or something and just turn around and sell it because...
Again, to me, that's insane to me what you can sell.
I actually go to Walmart.com. Again, everyone's got access to Walmart.com, right?
Well, yeah.
The secret's out.
Yeah, Sam Walton. My son's reading a book about him right now.
There's a board game that I buy on there that I buy for... it just went down in price.
Monopoly?
It went down. I was selling Monopoly Millennial Edition.
You had the Millennial Edition.
But the market's starting to catch up on that one. But during the Christmas time, I did really good on that.
You were the head of the curve on that one.
This game, I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. If you want to, tweet at me. I'll tell you what it is. At DRoy Everett. I'm a little close to the vest on this because I've bought... Over the past 3 months, I probably bought 40 of these games.
Holy cow.
I buy them over at Walmart.com. They ship them to my house. It's under $20. I think it's $20 in the store for this game. I think I get it for like 17, 18. I think it went down to maybe even 15.
Okay.
And I'm selling them for $40 to $60, and they're going I can't keep them in stock.
You're doubling, tripling your money.
And they go internationally, and
that's insane.
It is insane, but you find little things like this, and you just latch on and you just ride it, right?
You know what? You're just blowing my mind. I think what we need to do is we need to have a little reset break so I can get caught. You're giving these good tidbits.
Here's my good tidbits, and maybe someday I'll share with you everything into detail. We'll see how this thing goes.
Well,
it's kind of like your secret, right? Your secret fishing spot.
It is your secret fishing spot.
Now, I'm saying come to the lake, learn how to cast, but I'm not sure I'm going to take you to my secret fishing spot on the 3rd episode.
Well, we know if like I said, if you reach out to us, we'd love to, share some of this.
That's the thing. If you're dedicated enough that you're going to... So on Twitter, all I do is yell at companies and try to save money. Okay. But I want to turn this into like eBay and talk about online commerce and build friendships so I have 5 friends next time we talk.
That's true.
So if you want to go out and tweet at me, DM me, whatever, I'll tell you the board game and I'll tell you the wrestling shirt. Actually, with that wrestling shirt, so it's a guy I've met before. It goes on tours and talks and what have you. I was going to have him sign the shirt and take it up to $1,000, right? Okay. Or something because it's extremely rare.
Well, it sounds like it.
And so, but then when somebody offers you 500 straight up, like you don't think twice, 400, whatever it was. I'm going to have to look because I'm all over. But yeah.
That's crazy.
You just sell it and you just get it out of the house before you change your mind.
Now that I've sat down and got my mind unblown from all of these amazing wrestling memorabilia that you've been selling and board games.
Well, let me tell you something, folks. We're in an office overlooking a fire station, and we got some action going.
Ooh, you can even hear it.
Yeah, you can't manufacture that sound with our budget.
Maybe we can catch that and loop it next time, and we can have the
There
drop
you
button.
go. I'm wondering if somebody's house is on fire, if we got a wreck or something. Hopefully everything's all right.
The scary part is my office is right behind it, and my back is to it, and quite often I'll get the sound, and I'll jump right out of my chair.
So it's tax season here at Adam Up Accounting. What's going on?
Well, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I've been here since about 6:30, so long hours is what's going on.
Well, I mean, I know we talked about it a little bit before, not to make it an infomercial, but say somebody wants an accountant, how do they hire you?
Well, the easiest thing is to go to our website, Adam Up Accounting. That's going to be the best way to get a hold of us. Go online, check us out. We got a lot of reviews on there. We do taxes. That's what we do. And no matter who you are, I don't care if, you're going to file taxes this year.
Well, and this is the thing where I was talking about earlier. This could be evergreen. You might be hearing this 4 years from now. We're in the future. You're time traveling, right?
Wow.
Hey, guess what? Adam's still here and he's still doing taxes. And you still need them done.
I've been doing them for a long time.
So contact him. Go to the website. Call him up. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, Adam Up Accounting, like it says, you're going to have to file taxes this year and next year and the year after and the year after. And
yeah,
it just doesn't end.
That's a good gig to get in. If you can't be selling stuff on the internet, maybe you can get in on the tax game somehow, right?
Hey, I've got into the tax game, and here's the best part is everybody thinks this new tax law is making it easier, and yeah, whatever.
Well, here's my question for you, right? So I'm around on the internet, I'm in the forums, I'm whatever. I'm kind of in the groups, but I'm not really participating in the groups as much, but it seems like everyone's got this same question this year. You want to know what that question is?
How do they get so handsome?
No, they're not seeing me.
Oh.
I'm just in the lurking. I'm just lurking back.
Oh, you're talking about you. Oh, it's usually like people come in and say, "Man, you look so great. What have you been doing?"
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about you. I thought you were talking about me. All right, sorry.
No, I'm saying the people on the internet, our listeners here. They're on these Facebook groups, or they're searching around in these forums and stuff.
I can guarantee
There's something different this year than previous years that relates to your field.
You're talking sales tax, my friend.
Sales tax. What's up with it, man? What do we need to know?
You know what's up with it is it's insanely difficult to know what's up with it.
So as a seller, kind of something like that, what do I need to be aware of? What are some changes? I don't collect any sales tax. I haven't collected any sales tax. From what I understand, eBay's going to do that for me. But when I come and talk to you, what do I need to know? Well,
right now, currently on the books in the state of Utah, because that's where we deal with a lot of it, and it's encouraging to a lot of other states, if you're selling, you should be collecting and paying sales tax on items that you ship in state.
Okay.
Meaning that, somebody saw your cool shirt and they live in Roy, Utah, and you have to ship it to them, you should be collecting sales tax.
What about I'm shipping to a state like California or West Virginia or something? They collect it there.
Well, that's the funky rule is you don't have to collect sales tax when you ship out of state. What should be happening, and it's very, very difficult, most people don't, is when you do your own personal taxes, you should be reporting that amount. Mm-hmm. But again, most people don't even know that.
Yeah, I mean, the laws, I guess, it's kind of a new thing, and they're different everywhere. I'm sure sooner or later they'll kind of straighten out to be one size fits all. But I guess what I'm going to do is bring my stuff to you and say, figure it out for me, buddy.
Well, and that's the reality of it is I don't know everything about every state, but I definitely know where those resources are. I've worked with a company in the past. They are called Larva. I don't even know how to say the name.
Larva, that sounds like something an insect lives in.
Yes.
I'm sure they love that description of their name.
I guess it's sad. I don't really know. I hate when they have them. You read that to me. You're the educated one.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try. That's how educated I am.
Anyways, we work with them quite a bit. We send people to them. Basically, they are a sales tax expert in the market. They are the best of the best.
Okay, so say I come to you to do my taxes. I'm from Nebraska.
Yes.
You're not going to give me some line about, well, I'm in Utah and I don't know what you're doing and just figure it out. Mm-hmm. You're going to take care of it and figure it out for me?
The accounting aspect is the same in every single state. Like I said, there are intricacies. I
don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of fine details that we definitely figure out, and that's why we work with software. I mean, most of the companies that we work with, like, we want them using QuickBooks Online. And the reason we want them using that is it's a better record-keeping software, but it also allows you to know, like when you ship it, how much should you be charging in sales tax. And then with the back end of Avalara's web, their software, it calculates those sales tax amount for you, and then it actually goes and helps you file those sales tax in the proper states.
Okay.
That's the whole idea. Is if you're going to start doing this, and don't get me wrong, the government's really going to start coming down. I mean, this is the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And selling online it's still a relatively new thing when you look in comparison of how long the American government's been around.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Pandora's box is open. They're going to keep getting theirs. But here's the thing that upsets me. So I buy something, right? I either get it at a thrift store or I find it or something. But I buy it. Originally, when this item was sold, somebody paid taxes on it.
Yes.
I buy it secondhand. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't pay taxes on it, depending where I get it from.
If you're getting into a congressional debate, go talk to your congressperson.
We did that once. Remember when we met our congressman?
Which time?
I got pictures, folks. Well, you took me to that fancy dinner and we talked with our congressman.
I forget, that was last year.
Last year.
We met Congressman Curtis.
And maybe I'll have to go back because now I got questions. So then I buy it a second time. Maybe I pay taxes, not depending on the sales place where I get it from, the thrift store. And now when I sell online, they're going to tax it for a second or third time. That does not seem right to a guy like me.
You know what? They're going to do that. And here's not the unfortunate thing, but we have gone away from such a society of cash. Like, it used to be like when I was a teenager, I had $10 in my wallet to buy lunch the entire week. And guess what happened?
You made it last, right?
Well, yeah, Thursday happened because we wanted to spring for the double Whopper the day before. That's back when they were 99 cents. Comes Thursday, I don't have any money, so I can't buy lunch. Now, everybody has cards, but all of those transactions are traced. So the government wants to know everything about everybody, and now they track everything. So all of these transactions that are happening, they have records to say, Mr. Everett, you've been selling this many items, and they go to California, where's the sales tax? That's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing. I owe you an apology right now.
Uh-oh.
Here I've been making fun of growing up in Pahrump, Nevada, and then I find out that you had Burger King for lunch at school.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's better than my picnic cake I was bringing down. I thought I was pretty high on the hog there.
Burger King, we had Taco Bell. I mean, all these came in as I was in junior high, and we got there. McDonald's was always there.
Man, that's the high life.
99 Whopper run.
If I was 17 and had access to that kind of stuff, I guess we could drive to the stores or whatever, but yeah, our school lunch was very limited. I'll say that.
We had open campus, man.
Good day. Those days don't exist anymore.
The best thing for open campus is I walk to go eat lunch with one of my buddies. Doesn't happen often enough, but that's my open campus.
Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, some days you get lunch, some days you don't. I mean, that's a whole other subject there too.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is most people don't realize that. I'd explain that to my son one day is, Dad, how come on the menu it says 99 cents, but you have to pay $1.08? That's called sales tax.
Yeah, unless you live in a state that doesn't have sales tax, and those exist too. So it's a whole web.
Well, the problem is yes, they might not have sales tax. Like I think Oregon doesn't have sales tax. They have other taxes.
Yeah.
Everybody's got taxes. Yeah, Washington doesn't have a income tax, but if you own a business, you pay an excise tax, and your property taxes are this much more. And yeah, there's no taxes in Nevada, income taxes, but there's taxes everywhere.
I was looking, I got the statement for a property tax this year, and it breaks it down into what you're paying into, and that's an interesting thing to see sometimes. You know what?
Let's be honest. I do taxes all day, every day. People think that they pay ridiculous amounts of money to the government. You know what? You don't. You just don't.
Well, the thing is, I drove here on a street that was maintained. I was complaining because the plows weren't out early enough for me the other day, but they were out for me in between there, and all that stuff. I mean, the electricity, the lines, everything costs money, right?
Let's go move you to Kenya for a month and see how bad life is for you now.
So as much as we hate paying taxes, and I like to complain about it, yeah, I get it. I got to contribute my fair share. I want people to be educated and at least have a chance at life. So.
I mean, it takes money to make money, and paying your fair share of taxes is your American responsibility.
So break this down to me. So I was at work the other day, and my boss is talking to this kid that's like in his early 20s, right?
Okay.
And my boss has got a few kids, and he knows what he knows, but he's not really into our kind of thing. He's happy to be working at his job, and he's going to make a career of it, which isn't horrible, but just different mindset of people. So he's telling this new kid, hey, stick with me, and you'll kind of have it made, kind of like a mentorship kind of thing, but they're kind of talking. And the kid says something to him like, well, something about taxes, right?
Okay.
And he says to him, well, you shouldn't be paying taxes. They should be paying you.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm just biting my tongue. And then sitting there like, really? I mean, did I just hear that right? Why do I want to pay taxes? I mean, we talked about it earlier, but break it down again.
Because if you're paying taxes, it means you're making money. Like, you can sit on your cool death pile and have stacks and hordes of T-shirts and baseball cards and widgets and wackets and games, but if you don't sell them, they're just piles of stuff.
Here's the other thing I've realized in life. I know we go on tangents and we go off on things, and by this time in the podcast, you know this, right?
Well, it's fun just for us.
So I told my family this the other day. Oh, it was a while ago. But I said, when you die, what do you think happens to your stuff? Everyone's got stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've learned this from going to estate sales and selling online and going to stores or going to thrift stores. So what do you think happens to your stuff that you think is so valuable and precious?
Somebody's got to get rid of it, and it probably goes in the trash.
It goes in the trash, or it goes to like somebody like me that swoops in and buys anything that's valuable, or it goes to a thrift store.
Yeah.
So all your stuff that you spent your whole life collecting, and I guess this was kind of depressing to some people. I didn't mean to be that way. I'm like, it's basically going to go to the trash unless you keep what you think's valuable or sell it for, sell it now if you're not using it, because it's just going to go in the trash. And then they said, well, what about, some things that have emotional value? I said, keep that. If something's special to you because your grandpa gave it to you, even if it's like a toothpick or something, keep that. But it's not, that's emotional value versus monetary value. But basically everything that you got hoarded that you think's worth so much, someday you're going to die and your kids are going to sell that. That's what's going to happen.
Or throw it away. So what we're saying is I watch American Pickers. I like that show.
That's a good show.
There's plenty of things. I was watching the old Pawn Stars again.
Yeah.
We've been there.
We've been there. We've been there together, haven't we?
We have been there. Yeah, all these things are souped up for television and stuff. It doesn't really look like that.
I was there when they were shooting at Pawn Stars once, and they kept retaking. The guy was selling like a silver coin or something. They had him telling the story about how he found it in a safe or something. They had him tell like 3 different stories of it.
Yeah.
It was cool to be there, but yeah, it's manufactured.
Ran into Chumley at Walgreens.
No, you did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Give me the time of day.
Well,
let's be honest. I mean, hey, who knows? Hopefully that happens to us one day, but
I will give you the time of day.
10 years ago, nobody knew about them, and now showing a pawn store is freaking cool.
That's kind of weird how society goes, right? Like pawn stores. There's been some shows about thrifting that haven't really took off.
No.
I went to you ever been to a storage unit auction?
I've not been to one live, but I've sure watched those shows online all the time.
I've been to some live, and they got different rules or stuff, but people watch these shows and they think they're experts and they're going to go make a fortune, and things, especially after the show's been out, are quite inflated on the prices, but it's kind of fun to, I guess, watch the people go, yep, like they think they're Dave Hester or something. But
Dave Hester.
That there, I mean, because you can't, the rules are that you can't go in, so you got to look from the thing.
Look from afar.
And I mean, if you're a gambling person, or if you know what you're looking for, again, like anything, I'd much rather go to, here's another story, right? I was telling you all these things I'm sourcing online.
Yes.
So I go to this Macari, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
I know there's items I look for on eBay, or I'll look for on Craigslist or different classified ads. You look at different places, you'll find different things. So there's these cards I sell, and they're wrestling cards, but they're pretty specific. And one is this rookie card for a man you might have heard of, Rocky Maivia. You know who Rocky Maivia is?
The boxer?
No. You might know him by Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, The Rock.
The Rock's original name was Rocky Maivia.
Wow.
So there's this rookie card that came out in this game that's just weird that, I know this. I've took this card. I've told you last episode how I get things graded.
Well, did I tell you my friend met him last week?
No, we might need to talk. I might need to get some signed cards from him.
Yeah, Emma, my friend that has got the wheelchair, she got a cool picture with The Rock last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, was she just hanging out and he just happened to come around?
Up to Sundance.
Oh, I heard he was in Sundance for a movie, and
Yeah.
the guy I am, last time I went up to Sundance, I did meet some wrestlers that I was stalking, but
There you go.
I didn't think I'd run into The Rock, or I'd have went up there and tried to meet the man.
We'll see what we can do. Maybe because, we're going to see Emma's got our cool wheelchair. And who knows?
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
So there you go. So Rocky Maivia?
Rocky Maivia.
Don't you mean, what's his name again? Not Simba, Moana, Maui.
You got the kids in the shows.
His name's Maui.
Yeah, anyway, so there's this rookie card for him. I can find in this thing. I get it graded. If it turns out all right, I can sell it for a few $100s.
Okay.
Macari, I can find this game. I found probably 3 or 4. I buy them for like $20.
Okay.
If you look on eBay, people want hundreds of dollars for just the game, just to have the chance to get this card.
Really?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know whoever's listening is like, I don't care about wrestling. That's not my thing. You got a thing. Whatever that is, you know something, or you can dig into an interest of yours. You can find things that are worth hundreds of dollars that people, don't know the value of or looking to get rid of. And or if it's not hundreds of dollars, our society right now is a throwaway, get it new, whatever society. You can find things for $20 to $40 all day, every day that people just want to get rid of.
Well, let me throw this in. I've got a friend she's an interior designer.
Now we're going to talk about your friends, and instead of being 3 guys, you got a friend that's a lady? Okay.
Well, let's be honest. They're my friends. They actually pay me so that I will be like I'm their accountant. And
oh, I see. So they're clients. So
Yeah, clients.
your friends are people that pay you money.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Exactly. Well, I give them advice, and they're nice, so I guess I call them my friends. But
hey, if they're listening to this podcast and they give us a 5-star rating, they're our friend.
Hey, man, you hit us on Twitter. We'll call you a friend.
Okay, so let's hear about this.
So
lady.
she does these really upscale homes, and she's the interior designer, and she finds furniture.
Uh-huh.
And I told her about our podcast, and she's like, "Wow, it's really cool." So I says, help me out. What do you buy online?" And she says, there's this website called Cherish.
Oh, you were telling me about this the other day. I was going to look into it, but I hadn't had a chance yet.
Heard of Cherish?
You were telling me about it. I never looked into it.
So let's be honest. When Grandma passes away,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, but it's bound to happen. She still has that original blue velvet furniture.
Sure.
Clean one owner.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're looking at a classic Lee furniture sofa. I don't know, velveteen, $2,700.
So that's the thing. Like, you're telling me, hey, your wrestling stuff's crazy. Look at some furniture prices, right? You get this mid-century modern stuff. If you know what you're looking at.
CW plywood chase lounges, $855.
There's a niche out there for anything, and unfortunately, we're losing old people all the time. So if you're in the market of doing estate sales and stuff, you get to know what some of this stuff is. There might be, for some of the higher end, there might be more buyers that know what they're looking for. But you get in there and you score one of these sofas, then you turn around and sell for $2,000.
I don't even know. Obviously you get us some of these things here, but man, these are like $30,000 sofas.
Now, we're not all interior designers, but you can see if something's quality or not when you go, to a store. You can see if something's leather, or I guess maybe it's not a store, but leather, nice velvet or whatever. You can kind of see quality of workmanship. And
I think we're to the point now, too, is that we're in that throwaway mentality. We don't repair things. We don't do anything. And a lot of people, they are those hoarders. They don't realize how much their stuff's worth.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say this, but I have a relative that I know of, right? And
that's vague.
Yeah, it's vague for a reason. Maybe someday I'll be in to buy items from this relative, but she has all of her daughter's things from the 70s.
Okay.
Pristine condition, right?
Clean one owners.
She has, I don't know, she probably knows what she paid for them back in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
But right now, retro clothing, she doesn't know what some of this stuff could be worth, right?
I got a whole box full of retro ties. You think that'll help?
It could. There's some ties. So here's a fun story for you.
All right.
First getting into thrifting, doing that thing. We were at Savers, and I had my wife along with me because she's got a good eye for quality, like clothing items. That I know certain things, but like when it comes to clothes, they all look the same to me. And unless you know brands and stuff that you're looking for, you can show me. Oh my goodness, the man just had about a heart attack. You all right? You with me?
Hold on a second.
All right.
That's the best part about this is, we've always talked about stuff, and I'm always virtual dumpster diving as we talk. And as we just talked about ties, because like I said, I have a lot of them. I bought a lot of ties. I used to have to wear them every day. And I pulled this up and looking at retro. Dude, I have these.
Yeah?
Like Wembley ties. They're going for $20 a tie.
Well, I mean, again, you're going to want to look at your solds and completed, but yeah.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah, well, so we're at Savers, and my wife, like I said, has the eye for things. She finds this tie that's Burberry. You ever hear of Burberry?
Branberry?
No, Burberry. Look up a Burberry right now. This is above our pay grade.
A Burberry.
I buy this tie for $1. I sell it for $100.
What?
$100.
Burberry tie.
And I might have got took. I don't know.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I've got one of those.
Well,
pretty sure I got one of those.
Pretty sure you might have an extra $100 bill in your pocket.
So here's what we're doing. Like I said, we're all the call to action. I have a box full of ties that I put in a nice bag because I was going to make a tie quilt. That seemed like a great idea.
Yeah, sure.
Great idea to me. I used to have to wear ties frequently on a daily basis.
Yeah.
For a 2-year period.
Extended vacation.
Extended vacation. I'm going to bring that for our next podcast.
Well, here's the thing that you got at home. You got a little workforce, right? You got these things called kids that I don't have, right?
Workforce? What do you mean?
You got free labor. Your kids want to do stuff, right?
They do want to do stuff.
Now, have you ever heard the phrase, no one eats for free?
Yes, I have.
So your kid wants to go to some sporting events or your daughter wants to go to the movies or whatever. Teach them how to take some pictures, right?
I like it.
Teach them how to list some stuff on eBay. You and the missus look it over, and you got your little built-in army there that's making their own money to do the things they want to do. You're teaching them work ethic. You're teaching them how to work for their dollar instead of reach out and ask Daddy to open up the wallet.
Wow.
Yeah, he's dumbstruck.
So, dude, if I do this long enough, man,
You might not be doing taxes here in 5 years when people call you up.
Wow.
They might be saying, oh, yeah, he used to do that. He sells full-time on eBay now.
Hey, isn't that everybody's dream?
I don't know if it's everybody's dream, but I think a lot of people don't want to work for a boss and want to work for themselves. And
But hold on. Let's just talk about this for a second. Essentially, what we could do, because we've talked about this, let's be honest. We want to do a roadie. We want to hit up some football games, especially down in the South.
Sure.
We could essentially say, here's what we're going to do. We know what we're doing. We're going to go look at all these thrift stores. Even if we put one thing, I mean, crud, you put together a dozen things saying, we need some wrestling memorabilia. We need some ties. Obviously, you want things that are small and compact. You know, no reason to buy big, bulky items.
Unless that big, bulky item is something that's worth a couple $100 that somebody else is going to pass up, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's just like buying stock. You buy low, you sell high.
Well, let me put it to you this way, right? You got people in here who do taxes. Do you know anyone that has their own franchise or owns their own business?
Several.
So what do you have to pay? What's your barrier to entry to get a franchise or some nature?
Franchises, you're talking anywhere from 10, 25, 100,000 to own a franchise.
Okay, what about you want to start up your own business? I mean, what are you looking at?
There's a lot of money to start up a new business.
You want to sell something on the internet. You want to sell something on eBay. What are you out of pocket?
Squadouche.
I mean, you're maybe 30 cents for your first listing or something like that, and your time.
So you're saying I can't buy a Whopper tomorrow?
Maybe. It might sell overnight. You might double that, $20 for that tie that's been sitting in the garage for 20 years.
Here's the thing. Like I said, this is all on the fly. Like, we don't rehearse this. And I'm, like, my mind is literally going in 7 different directions, looking at these ties saying, holy cow, like, some of these things that I know that I have.
Yeah.
Like, I have them because I collected them. I can't imagine what Grandma's got. Grandma was a hoarder.
You want to get in Grandma's house? She has that Beatles White Album that's worth $5,000 or something weird, right?
You go spend some quality time with grandma. Like, let's be honest. I mean,
You go get in good in that will.
it's not about money with grandma. It's about spending time with grandma.
Well, we used to always joke, or at least my family would joke. I'd take the fun bus out to Wendover every now and again, right, to go gamble with all the old ladies.
Yes.
All the blue hairs, as my dad would call them.
Yes.
He'd just say I was out there so I could get in good in some wheels. That was where the real money was to be made.
Well,
I wasn't winning at the casino. I was winning it with the old ladies that I was swooning, right?
you are quite the charmer.
Well, it turns out that I probably just wanted access to her house or storage unit to, go through some of the stuff. And everybody's got stuff. That's why when people say, I don't know how to start, I don't know what to do, we kind of talked about this in some of the previous episodes. Go around your house. You got hundreds of dollars sitting in your house. Almost everybody. I'd almost guarantee it.
I don't know. As we kind of get into this minimalist thing, you know what I'm talking about?
It's a trend, though, right?
It is a trend.
And all trends end. But here's what I'm hearing is that people are donating all their good stuff right now. The thrift stores are getting, like, tons of great stuff. If you're in the mode to be shopping, right now is a good time to do it because everyone's throwing away their good stuff because it doesn't bring them happiness.
You know what? You just hit a big note with me. The guys that started 1-800-JUNK.
Yeah.
That's all they do. That's what people will come get your junk.
You pay people to come get your junk.
Yeah, guess what? If you want to get real good, you know what you do? You go on your classified saying, we'll come pick up junk.
Oh, there's people, and I'm sure we're going to get to guests at some point. We've talked about interviewing people. I was listening to podcasts the other day. Can't remember the man's name, but he buys broken cell phones from people.
Oh, you're telling me about that.
Flips them on eBay. Like, there's people, I mean, that's obviously get your junk. There's people that buy scrap metal, that kind of stuff, too. But say you are a junk truck, you get there, you know they're looking through everything to see if there's any value, right? And then you're paying them to take away the rest. And, you mind if I have this? When you go to yard sales, I mean, you ask the people, hey, I'm looking for these items. Do you have these items? Because there's whether it's Ninja Turtle toys or you're stuck on these ties now, your Seinfeld game from earlier.
These are just this.
Your kid ever watch wrestling? You got some old T-shirts. I'll give you a couple bucks for them. You want to get crazy? You get into like some 60s and 70s rock and roll T-shirts.
I think what you're telling us is it's not hard.
It's not hard.
That's the thing the internet has changed the world.
No, the game's changed. It's there's no barrier to entry. That's what I was trying to say with the franchise and stuff. Like, you used to have to pay and have money to get in to make money. Right now, it's self-motivation, right?
So it sounds like you just need a cell phone and a bank account.
I don't even know if you need a bank account. Technically, you don't need a cell phone. You need internet access and a digital camera.
Okay, well,
I mean,
you've got that in a cell phone. And
cell phone. Most people have cell phones.
What's the number? I think it's like 3 billion people. It's like almost everybody in the world has one.
Well, the other thing is I stick with eBay. I listed a bunch of other apps. I do have some stuff on some of these other places, but not only are they giving you the opportunity to have your store or your market, whatever you want to call it, they're giving you millions of people coming and looking at this around the world, right? Earlier we talked about the football.
I'm sitting here. This is all live. This is crazy to me.
Have you had a store where you had this football, and maybe even in this town you get a couple hundred people a day? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Imagine you're getting thousands to millions of potential views.
And that's why you'll sell stuff.
And stuff sells. I mean,
and let's, like I said, stuff is cool.
Yeah.
But memories are cooler.
Well, and money. Like, what can you do? Like, so last year I went to Hawaii with my wife. We went to Arizona. This year we're going to go to Florida in a couple of months. These are things that 5-10 years ago you told me this, I'd said you're crazy. I cannot afford this. That's not the lifestyle I got with the jobs I got, the money we're making. I mean, you're able to do, some cool things because, I mean, money gives you opportunity. It's not, for me, necessarily about the money. It's about the freedom that comes from the money or the opportunities that you can make from the money.
That's the whole thing about this, and that's what we like talking about, and we're definitely interested. We hope what we talk about is interesting to you.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, guess what? Just move on and don't listen.
Yeah, if you don't like us, I mean, no one's holding you hostage, right? Unless you're like in the car with us right now, probably our wives or kids. They might be held hostage, but
or you might be hostage because your spouse is listening to it, and at that point, thank you for listening.
I mean, what's it going to hurt to try?
Nothing. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt anything.
I mean, puts a few things up. I mean, obviously, the more stuff you have, the more opportunity to sell. But yeah,
I think we're really getting into an uncharted territory because I don't know of a lot of places that tell you what to go look for.
I mean, I'm still kind of holding some things close to the vest.
Well,
but
yeah.
My thing is, there's unlimited potential, right? I listened to Ron, what's his name, Ron LeBeau on So You Want to Sell on eBay, another podcast, right?
Okay.
He talks about how if everyone's selling gold watches, no one would be telling your secrets because we're all selling the same thing.
Yeah.
We all have different interests and hobbies. We're all selling different things. So really, what's it care if I tell you I'm selling these pro wrestling shirts or cards? Because you don't care. You're not interested.
No.
But you're gonna think, oh, I have ties, or oh, I have a Kiss shirt from back in the 70s, or whatever. Or I'm into interior design. I know what this lamp or this piece of art or whatever is worth. And the thing is, as a community, you're just trying to build that reputation of good sellers online, so that more people come back online to buy things because they had good experiences.
Man, all I know is this is fun.
So I don't know. That's about what I got. I mean, going back to...
You got good stuff.
If you're liking this, give us that 5-star rating and review. Hit us up on the Twitter machine.
Listen, like I said, give some feedback. If you're listening to this, guess what you have to do by April 15th?
What's that?
File your taxes.
And, boy, I'm looking for an accountant.
Well, I think we can get you on the list. In fact, when are we going to do your taxes?
Yeah, I need to schedule that off, I guess. Bring in the big book.
We usually do that on like on a Saturday and hit the Chinese after.
Usually Saturday we go out and eat food that our wives won't eat with us.
That's usually.
And this time we come together and we're recording stuff our wives don't want to hear from us. So.
There you go. We get to do it, and hopefully one day, we can come back and say, hey, episode 3 was the turner for us.
Or maybe somebody says, hey, episode 3 was the turn for me,
There you go. That's what it is it's open conversation. I had no idea an hour ago we were going to be talking about ties.
Yeah, you never know, and that's the thing. I mean, we don't really have a script. We just kind of go off the cuff, and whatever comes up, comes up. So,
well, let's see. Go out and try new things this week. Go around, look and see what's old, and see if it's worth anything.
And that's another thing. Hey, if you're selling something good, tweet us at us. Let us know what's selling, what's going good for you. I mean,
what's your gem?
We're happy for you.
Yeah,
what's your gem? What's the gem of the week?
Gem of the week. Well, for me, it's going to be ties.
Yeah, you get them kids working, man.
Well, thanks for listening to episode 3.
We'll be back next week with episode 4.
Yeah.
And I guess...
Keep rocking.
Yeah, there's only one thing for certain in the e-commerce world, or I guess that would be 2 things.
Yeah, get it right.
E-commerce. Well, I mean, we've been talking about Grandma dying for an hour, so I'm kind of, I'm going through some emotions.
Hey, go home and give Grandma a hug.
Give your grandma a hug if you got a grandma, because, yeah.
And Grandpa.
And maybe you'll inherit some cool stuff to sell on eBay, right?
Great aunt, uncle.
Go work in the family tree because they got stuff.
Someone's old, give them a hug.
2 things in life are certain, and that is death piles and taxes.
Maybe there's some truth in the lies I've told. Maybe she was right, maybe I'm at fault. There are 7 souls who I will never really know. Time's up, I've done my part. I'll come home to my dark apartment just to look at my furniture. There's a message from my son. It's been a while since we've talked. I wonder if he'll ever really know that I lost my mind from trying to be everything to everyone. Turns out I missed the mark by a mile or so. I'll kneel in the dark and ask whoever may be there. I've had enough, can't you just let me go? If 50 years is not enough to go quickly to my grave, another day will surely bring me to my knees. As for the family I do not have, I hope you're doing well enough to get by with without me, 'cause I lost my mind.